Well, a great view down the 70-metre range as we get ready for the bronze medal match in the Recurve Men's Open Individual here in Den Bosch. Well, it's Bato Tsydendorzhiev of Russia up against Pouriya Jalalipour of Iran. And here is how the athletes got through to this bronze medal match, losing in the semi-finals, have to dust themselves off, pick themselves up, and shoot off for a medal here at the World Championships. Well, you can throw the rankings, the world rankings, out the window here. Bato is the world number 31. Jalalipour is the world number 21, but they're shooting off for bronze, and here they come.
Please welcome the athletes to the field of play for the Recurve Man Open bronze medal match.
Well, there is the 25-year-old Russian Bato Tsydendorzhiev. Shot a 6.49 in the ranking round. Came through elimination as the 4th rank archer. Beat Zhao of China 6-0 in the quarterfinals before losing to Salva Thambi of Malaysia in the semis. He goes up against the 30-year-old Iranian athlete. There is that world ranking for the Russian. 31, but that doesn't tell the full story. Here's Pouriya Jalalipour of Iran. He shot a 6.58 in the ranking round to be ranked second. Beat Ozan of Turkey in the quarterfinals 6-4 before losing to Bennett of the USA in the semi-finals. His world ranking of 21 also doesn't tell the full story.
No, Bato Tsydendorzhiev, and up until this event, he held the world records for the 70-metre qualification round at 655 points. That was beaten by Kim Min-soo when he got the top seed here with 662, but Kim lost out earlier in the eliminations, and it's Bato here shooting for bronze.
Yeah, but it's Jalalipour of Iran to get us underway. The sighter is a left 8. The Russian making an adjustment immediately. 3 arrows per set.
Seven. Ten.
And our first 10 of this bronze medal match.
Nine.
Big opportunity here for the Russian. Very quick action, and a 27 out of 30 is a good score, and it beats the 24 set by Jalalipour, and he gets the first 2 set points. Chris, I just noticed the Iranian athlete it seems to be really tensing through the draw.
Yeah, and his draw length also seems to be a bit short. His clicker, that's the piece of metal that sits on top of the arrow, where the arrow passes underneath, and you can see moving, clicking just at the top of the shot before they execute. That tells them that they're drawing the same length each time. He doesn't seem to be fully extending, but there's a lot of tension in his extension because it's going quite quickly and quite early. But it's working for him. He was the second seed at this event.
They're clearing the targets of the arrows down at the other end of the range as the athletes look on. Moments to think about what to do, what to correct, what to do better, as both athletes seek perfection. Jalalipour trailing will start the second set.
Eight. Nine, 10 later.
Bato really looks determined, absolutely determined. Same look on his face when he shot the 10 at the end of the last set.
Nine. Eight.
A good view of the flight of that arrow, but all square after 2.
Seven.
Another opportunity for the Russian here.
Eight.
And that was all that was required. 25, not quite the pace he set in the first set where he scored 27, but it was enough to beat the second 24 from Jalalipour.
There's quite a comparison between the two archers' technique in this bronze medal match. Bato is very high over his shot, his shoulders are high, and his hand in the bow is quite high as well, and that'll mean when he's tensing up and he's forcing that arrow down the range, if anything goes too much, he'll force the arrows down in the target, whereas Pouriya is kind of very settled, the shoulders are very low, and he's almost below the arrows, below the shot, and you saw his arrows go high under the tension. It could be that, it could be another factor, but it's a good comparison between the style of shooting.
Well, you mentioned he looked determined. Good close-up of both the athletes' faces. He looks very, very calm, Jalalipour, by contrast.
He's got a very soft touch on his equipment.
Eight.
Not particularly explosive, whereas Bato's firm, it's bold.
10.
And it's working for him at the moment. His second 10 of the match.
Nine. Nine.
Another solid shot here. Jalalipour needs a good arrow here to put some pressure on the Russian.
Eight.
Well, Bato Tsydendorzhiev could do it here and take the bronze medal with a 7. Didn't look happy, but it is a 7. That's all he needed, and we've seen that so often with the final arrow needing a lower score than they've shot throughout, and they just about scrape over the line. It's Bato Tsydendorzhiev of Russia who takes the bronze medal here in Den Bosch.
Well, that last arrow went wayward because he'd sacrificed his technique long before. He was just willing those arrows into the 10. There was no thought of finesse. He was determined to win that match, and he's done so. Well,
he didn't look happy with that last arrow, but He's done it. He's taken the bronze here at the World Championships. And as always, the mutual respect between the athletes. Pouriya Jalalipour of Iran will be fourth in the record books, but it's Bato Tsydendorzhiev of Russia who's going to be on the podium.